So if you're like me and you have a pretty narrow shop and not a lot of room, you want to make the most, you want to utilize your space as efficiently as possible. So when I bought my Shapeoko machine, it's a 2 feet by 4 foot machine. It's more than that. It takes up about 3 feet by 5 feet. So because there's some room in the back for the machine to access all the way so it's 2 by 4 work area, but it's about 3 feet by 5 feet in terms of the space it takes up. So I wanted to be able to utilize the space underneath it, and I thought, well, how can I do that? And I decided on a standing desk. Now the thing about standing desks are, they don't really have standing desks that are 6 feet, that go up 6 feet, because it's just not what they're meant to do. So I wound up having to so I built some lifts to put the feet of the standing desk on so that I can get it up to 6 feet. So these are the lifts that I built, and there's one for each foot of the standing desk, and the standing desk sits on top of it, and I've kind of braced it and clamped it to this lift, and they're both on rollers so that I can, everything needs to be mobile in my shop. So this brought it up another, say, 18 inches or so, and that allowed me to, when the standing desk is fully extended, it goes to above 6 feet where I can not worry about hitting my head. So right now, it is where I would run the machine, and I have this clamp. So this brace here, when I'm running the machine, I have this clamped so that it reduces the vibration or the movement of the shaking of the table as the machine is going around. And it's not really bad. I ran it without this for a long time, and when it's doing very quick operations like machining a very small into a point, it's going back and forth really quickly, and it shakes the table, and my tools would fall off, all the the hold downs and things would fall off. So I clamp it and basically stabilize the standing desk to the workbench underneath it, and it drastically reduces the amount of shaking that happens. And so this is about 4 foot height for the table when I'm in this mode. And one other thing about the standing desks is they typically aren't meant to have 100 pounds of weight on them. I don't remember the exact weight of the Carbide machine. This is a Shapeoko 5 Pro, and with the spindle and the housing and all the the controller and the VFD and all that, it's still under 100 pounds, but it's over what most standing desks can support. So I bought the one that has, I think it's rated to 250 pounds or something. So so this is, like I say, when I'm running the machine, it's at about 4 feet. And then when I'm not running the machine and I want to work on the workbench underneath it, I can just raise it up. And the only thing I have to make sure that there's not cables that are caught on anything. But it will raise up to a height of about 6 feet. So I believe it's like 50 inches, and then plus the 18 inches or so that I have for the lift. Anyway, now, and I've got some lights mounted under here. This, not ideal, but I could make another clamp to where I could just clamp it, but anyway. So now I have access to work on whatever underneath, and that way I am maximizing the use of this area. And when I want to go back, let's come back down. And again, I'm try to make sure I'm not going to run into anything or I've got a tool cleaner under here that's probably too tall. So now we're back to working height for the table, and I get my C-clamp. Just clamp that down to keep it, give it some stability, and now I'm ready to run a job. So that was my solution. Let me know how you utilize your space. If you have a large CNC table and you have a small shop, what was your solution to utilizing the space underneath it? Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.